Tottenham vs Arsenal, fireworks explode at Tottenham Hotspur, analysis of Tottenham vs Arsenal form. This will be the 184th clash in history between the two teams. In the previous 183 matches, Arsenal temporarily dominated with 75 wins, while Tottenham had 58 wins and the two teams drew 50 times. Will the winning team lean forward this time, or will the two sides share points? Home team Tottenham is showing unstable form with 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss after the first 3 rounds of the Premier League this season. Therefore, Spurs need to speed up if they do not want to be left too far behind in the battle for a place back in Europe at the end of the season. Tottenham under coach Ange Postecoglou no longer plays attractive, dedicated, entertaining football for the audience like last season. Instead, the Roosters are somewhat cautious and reserved, and coach Postecoglou is also calculating more about the pros and cons. Put simply, the Australian coach must improve his team's performance to qualify for continental competitions next season. And watching Tottenham play since the start of the season, fans will see that they have extremely poor finishing ability. The defeat to Newcastle at St James Park last round was a typical example. Spurs were superior in every index, from possession 66% compared to 34%, finishing 20 compared to 9, to shots on target 6 compared to 3, and corners 12 compared to 7, but lost in the number of goals, 1 compared to 2, and had to go home empty-handed. If they play like that against Arsenal, Tottenham will continue to pay a heavy price, as the Gunners have a solid defence and an effective attack. The Gunners' midfield looks significantly weaker after losing 2 key players, Declan Rice, suspended, and Martin Odegaard, who recently suffered an injury. Predicted lineups for Tottenham vs Arsenal. Tottenham, 4-3-3 Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Udegaard, Bissouma, Sarr, Maddison, Kulusevski, Son, Odegaard. Arsenal, 4-3-3 Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Partey, Jorginho, Havertz, Saka, Jesus, Martinelli. Football experts predict Tottenham vs Arsenal. Gary Rose, BBC Sports journalist. Arsenal's recent dominance combined with Tottenham's current inconsistent form could open up an open and entertaining North London derby. Personally, I think Arsenal remain favourites to take all 3 points against Tottenham Hotspur. Golden stats for Tottenham vs Arsenal. If he plays against Tottenham, Raheem Sterling will become the first player to make his Arsenal debut in a North London derby since Isaiah Rankin in 1997. Having scored against Spurs at White Hart Lane for Liverpool and Wembley for Man City, he is on course to become only the 3rd player to score in the Premier League against Spurs at all 3 of their home grounds, after Jamie Vardy and Alexander Mitrovic. It's worth remembering that Rice has the highest possession accuracy of any midfielder this season at 97.1%, higher than any player who has played at least 90 minutes in the Premier League this season. And with Odegaard injured, Arsenal have lost one of their most creative players. Last season, the Norwegian marked Arsenal's season with 22 goals, 102 shots, 121 chances created and 325 passes into the box. No other Arsenal player did better, and he consistently finished in the top 1 and top 2 in overall statistics. It's clear that without the duo, Arsenal have lost a lot of strength in midfield as well as the quality of their transitional and attacking passes. However, with so many stars remaining such as Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, Jorginho, the Gunners are still capable of winning 3 points in the North London derby, as in 3/4 of the most recent clashes. Latest lineup information: Tottenham vs Arsenal. Ahead of the North London derby, the home team Tottenham is facing many doubts about personnel. Richarlison is absent due to injury. The ability to play of Yves Bissouma, Mickey van der Ven and Dominic Solanke is still uncertain. Meanwhile, coach Ange Postecoglou may also lose Rodrigo Bentancur, as the FA is considering punishment for the Uruguayan player for being charged with misconduct related to his comments about striker Son Heung-min in June. For their part, Arsenal will be without Declan Rice due to suspension. New signing Mikel Merino will be out until October due to a shoulder injury. Martin Odegaard is also absent with an ankle injury sustained while playing for Norway. With Rice unavailable, Mikel Arteta could bring on Thomas Partey in place of the England international. Ricardo Calafiori is also a 50-50 candidate after a calf injury.